Willinga Australia podcast is brought to you each and every week by Tell You members only. Another winning month in March goes into the books. If you're not on board yet, hit the link in the description and get on board. Fellas, welcome. Paddy, you're looking flash in your new merch.
Oh, fresh to death, aren't I? Do you know what? I've had to hold off wearing these for the last week since you've given them to me because I'm too scared of damaging them. They're my new going out shirts.
Paddy, I actually apologise because I must have sent you a medium, mate. That looks a fair fitting.
You know what? I've actually lost a few kegs.
I found them.
I've come down from a double XL to an M. But what size is? Oh, yeah.
No, you look good.
It is an M.
You look good.
I feel good though. I feel good in it too. It's that good feeling sort of shirt.
Fresh.
Yeah,
The hat looks good too.
Do you know what? This hat was put to the absolute ringer last Thursday. Wowee. I can't even believe I ended up with it. I think I gave it away twice. And
you're lucky you didn't go out the window or the sunroof. There was reports that someone must have had.
Yeah, he got a bit too excited, that bloke. He thought it was bloody spring break. Stuck his head out the sunroof, that bloke. But yeah, it went through a big golf day last Thursday for Giant Steps where we partook in a lot of fun there and raised a lot of money for a good charity. But yeah, mate, Woodhead came down for a bit. It was debaucherous.
I was down there for work and
I saw that.
Thought I'd lob in for a quick 18 holes. It was absolutely blowing a gale. It was monsoonal.
Lucky you were down there this week because you wouldn't have been playing any golf.
Yeah, it's even worse. Before we get into that, let's just tie off last week. So, any hot takes from the weekend, gentlemen?
For me, Hitotsu.
Yeah, I'm with you.
He was outstanding. You can't. Kieran Ma and David Eustace are doing things differently to what people used to do in history. They've gone first up into an Australian Guineas. He's won that first up, broke all records, and he's gone 1,600 metres to 2,400 metres second up on a testing track. The race didn't go that well, but the horse has gone outstanding because Benno is laid in on him from the outside. Elleegant's come out on him, and he could have got flushed out. But
how often do you just see him get squeezed and pop out the back?
In a testing 1.5 mile race, he's stuck his nose out and he's gone through it like he's just a line chaser.
Yeah, Benno had every right to run past it and didn't. So I'll eat my words. I did say Hitotsu mightn't handle the track, but wow. It is.
I actually don't know if he did. I just think he's much better.
I just think it's just a tough horse.
He's a good horse.
Where does Hitotsu go next?
I think,
the Japan Cup.
He'll probably go for a spell, but he's apparently Cox Plate Melbourne Cup is the goal. He'll have to go to another level because the race went only average, and there's only one horse outside of Hitotsu that could be like a Caulfield Cup horse, and that would be Benno. But he's a superstar. I just think that they had him ready to do that, and the next prep will go to another level.
If they go to the Cox Plate, the Mars, he'll probably put it in a 900-metre Newcastle race and then go straight into the Cox Plate or something like that.
Yeah.
Who knows?
The perfect prep.
He might win the sprint series at Moonee Valley and then up the Cox Plate.
Run a sub 58.
The 955, whatever it is.
Yeah. The 955 race, that was the one I was thinking of.
Nature Strip. World's best sprinter, hands down now. That's
no doubt. He's a third up beast. So there's just a grand final horse. That's phenomenal. That's all you have to know. Market loved him.
The pattern was there. The TJ Smith, 1, 2, 3. See you later. Just bag and tag it. It was too good. Very
quickly, you put it out on our socials. Who did it better, Nature Strip or Chautauqua, the 3 TJs? I'm saying Chautauqua.
Chautauqua visually better, but Nature Strip's a better horse.
A better horse, absolutely. I think
visually nothing will ever beat Chautauqua.
I agree.
And do you know what? There's something exciting about a horse like that. I feel like on the turn, you know if Nature Strip's going to win or not. Chautauqua, you didn't know until the last 10 metres.
Yeah, it's very true. And Fireburn bucked the trend. We had to win it straight off the back of the Golden Slipper. Before we get into your segment, Paddy.
I want to go a hot take. Can I get a hot take?
You got a hot take?
Yeah, mate. Last week I said this is a horse that could complete the Triple Crown. I've bucked the trend of 1 out of the last 8 slipper winners going on to win another race. I think it'll go back to back. The champagne is there for the taking.
Pat's hot take is pumping his own tyres up.
Yeah.
That's my hot take is I was right.
My hot take is me.
You are on an absolute high. You are the only one that posted a result last week. You had $35 at the win at $7.50. Fireburn into Nature Strip. You returned $262, so that's $162 profit. Forbidden Love.
You're flying, Pat. There was another 2-year-old that went good in the West on the weekend. Did you happen to see it?
I did see it. It was
Amelia's Jewel.
Yeah. Isn't it got some talent?
She's
There's a bit of Chautauqua about it.
Yeah, they're gonna target next. I think she's gone for a spell now, and then she comes back. She has a 3-year-old campaign over there targeting the railway, and then she comes over to the east.
Yeah, what's that
next
mean?
autumn.
Railway. That's a great
why target the railway? Send it straight over.
Bring it over.
No, just hold off. They've got
come over for the
business
champagne
in the West.
Get in there.
Who's the Perth Premier?
McGowan. Mark McGowan.
You're the political man here.
Oh, am I? Yeah, Mark McGowan.
Mark McGowan. Since Mark McGowan's lockdowns and Pikey leaving the West, I'm not really that interested
in WA at all as a state. I'm with you. I don't even know why they're a part of Australia. And sorry to our listeners. You guys can listen. We've got international listeners.
Yeah.
You guys just become them now.
I guess so. Do some great ratings on the site and you'll be like Paddy Carberry and Amelia's Jewel. We'll be talking about you on the show.
Oh, yeah, easy. But yeah, Forbidden Love, no good to us last week. I just needed to lob just for a place, and I would have been there.
I had to go on for about 5 figures.
Yeah.
So that was disappointing.
Yeah.
I had a bloke I spoke to at the footy and he thought that it ran a place. He's like, Woodhead's got up, didn't it?
Oh, yeah. Nah, fourth.
She was still in front. She was in front with 100 metres to go.
Yeah.
There was. Do you know how people say, everyone's got that mate that goes, oh, in the live betting. I got on the live betting. It would have been $1 nothing to run a place at the 100 metre.
Oh, at the top of the straight, she cruised to the front. But she just, I had a look today. She did work between the 1,200 and the 1,000 when she got outside the leader. I think she had the second best sectional there. So that she just did a little bit too much work. She doesn't run out of strong 1,600 metres on that sort of track.
I'm glad you don't have the audio grab of our comments on Mr. Brightside.
Yeah, I left that out. No, you weren't. You were. You were very easily happy to talk me out of Mr. Brightside. And funnily enough, obviously I'm not laying any blame because I don't value your opinion. But even when we're doing the quaddie numbers on Saturday morning, the first set of numbers I sent to you had it. Second set of numbers I removed it myself. So
no good, mate.
That's twice I've done us out of good.
That's punting. It's punting.
It's that's okay. That's all right. I was nowhere near around it. Near it or around it.
You probably had a little side play yourself.
BJ.
No, you.
Not me.
Oh no, mate, I don't do that. I don't do that. Let's get into You Cannot Be Serious, Paddy.
You cannot be serious. That ball was.
Each week we look to our angry mate in Sydney to call out the injustices of the industry with his own segment, You Cannot Be Serious. Who or what is grinding your gears this week, Paddy?
This week for me, mate, it's got to be the stewards in Sydney. I cannot believe they could fine Abdallah.
You're going for big targets straight off the bat.
Wait till I put some ocean spray to them later.
Oh, yeah.
To fine him $4,000 for a bit of footage that will be used thousands of times. It will be used at least 100 times this year, I reckon. The way that what do you say? He tried to pull Tommy Berry forwards.
He was coaxing
him forward when he comes past. That is going to be a highlight, like shoulder charges in the grand final, like fights in the State of Origin. They're going to show that on Channel 7, on every promo that you will ever see. And he's had to pay $4,000 for what? For having a bit of fun.
We should pay it for him.
Yeah, pay it. I love it. I think it's a great thing.
I think it's the best.
Can I just say, like we are in a lot of chats and circles and punters, and it was split. A lot of people didn't like it.
I liked it.
I liked it too.
Much like that tattoo that you have on your lower back, Woodhead. All's well that ends well. He did it. He got it home. You don't have to worry about it. What could have happened? The could haves, the should haves, the would haves. It's a great bit of footage, and it'll be used in so many promos from here on going forwards. That I think maybe applaud the bloke. Or just
what was the context?
You can't do anything like that.
He celebrating. It was a
no. Yeah. So
Anthony Cummings said that She's Extreme would have won the Golden Slipper if she had got clear galloping.
Would have
been nice for us if she had won the Golden Slipper.
And he's good mates
nice for me on the weekend if She's Extreme won.
Abdullah's good mates with Tommy Berry, and he was obviously having a go. But even if they're not good mates, isn't it still great theatre? I love that theatre. Love the talking.
Yeah, I agree. I think that's a perfect point. It's the theatre around.
They should have fined him 500 because he can't do it. But
they got him for 500 for taking the helmet off.
Slap on the wrist. But apparently Tommy fist bumped him 200 metres past the post anyway.
No, he punched him.
Yeah, he punched his hand.
They went to punch each other at the same time. It just looked like that.
It was like Rocky versus.
It is on. It is on. They punched. Okay, so you're taking aim at you've gone Zaki, the weather, and the Stewart. Yeah. And look, I have to say we need to chat quickly about the weather before we get into these feature races, because we've got 4 massive Group 1s this weekend at Randwick.
Just on the weather, Navesh.
Yes,
he's coming to the Gold Coast.
I told you this already.
Did you?
Ramdani.
Yeah, he's coming to the Gold Coast. He's looking after the Gold Coast.
So he's apparently he's a part of. Actually, Paddy, I told you this. So I didn't tell you this, BJ, but he's coming to the Gold Coast. He's looking after. I think he's going to be here before the poly track comes in. They're doing a track upgrade. They're building a hotel there. He's a part of a lot of what's going on.
Is he going to do both, or he's just going there for?
He's just going there. He's going there
only to do Gold Coast.
Yep, lifestyle change.
We'll get him a track up. We'll get a track update from him.
He's a big dog. He is a big dog.
The powers that be in Queensland, who's obviously it's like probably Darren Lockyer or Alfie Langer who's got him up there. But they've obviously rang him and said, mate, we need you here for Eagle Farm. And then Alfie said, he won't come for Eagle Farm. Get him into Gold Coast first, and then we'll try and coax him. Yeah. We'll coax him up further when he gets up here.
Well, they had him on whatever the radio, the AM station is up here with Queensland Racing, and he was saying that it was...
Who had him on? On Big Tomato?
Trevor. Big Brother? No. Yeah. And they had... but he's saying that it was a new challenge, because it has its own, it's races weekly and its own, set of weather circumstances, which he'd be going through down there at the moment.
Always beautiful weather.
Yeah, it's always stunning.
Beautiful one day.
But yeah, like
rain in the afternoon.
Yeah, just get a little rain in the afternoon, wash away the glitter. But yeah, he's going to be a big get for up here at the Gold Coast. There's big things happening at the Gold Coast Turf Club. But he would have had his absolute hands full this week. You guys copped another. I think as of today, Randwick has had more rain than it got last year.
Wow,
something like that.
Yeah, like as of I think it was as of the 9 a.m. As of the 9 a.m. Capture,
mate. I am forever the optimist for the races going ahead. But if it rains as hard as it has this morning to now, so what is it? 4:30 to now. If it rains like this tomorrow, God.
Tomorrow is the telling day for sure.
What's the contingency though? Do they move it to Newcastle?
I think they'll move it.
No, Newcastle have had theirs. It's got to go to Kembla.
Canterbury.
Apparently Newcastle was soft 6 today. So
was it really?
They've got rain too. They must have all right drainage there.
Well, Randwick has good drainage too. So if it's okay tomorrow,
it has good drainage. But if it rains like this tomorrow, I just think there'll just be flooding. There'll be massive flooding in Sydney. It's crazy.
If it's beautiful on Saturday, we'll race.
So what happens to them?
No, because there was that one week it was like Tuesday or Monday, and it was a heavy 10 already, and it just copped rain all week, and then it was good on the Saturday, and they raced.
Oh yeah,
so it was only a heavy 8 on like.
What about this though? A Dave would have loved this. They wouldn't have even had to water the track for it. Navesh Oh,
Oh, you're stinging him too. He'll be on the spray next week. That's if the tables here. But let's kick off these feature races. We have 4 massive Group 1s kicking off with the Australian Oaks 2,400 metres, race 6 at Randwick at this stage. We have a little bit of movement in the betting. We've got Hinged, Gypsy Goddess, and Honeycreeper all sitting around the $4.60 mark with Doomben and Top Sport. Pink Ivory, BJ, which I know a horse that you're a bit of a fan of, at $6.50. Biscayne Bay, the 5th line of betting at $19. We jump right out here. El Patroness, La Ville, everything else after this double figure odds, and I think 3 or 4 down the bottom at triple figure odds. Paddy, let's start with you. Who have you got on top for the Australian Oaks?
Well, mate, before I start, Blackie, can you throw us some insight into Pink Ivory? What did you think of it last week?
Yeah, she was okay. I think that she'll. I don't think it suited her going back to 1850 because she had an 1880 run prior to that, so she had that under her belt. So, and they got back a fair way. She found the line nicely. She's out of an Oaks winning mare, so she's going to run 2,400 metres, no problems.
Yeah, I just saw the market support into $6. So
yeah, I've got a ticket on her at 51. So,
all right, mate. Here we go.
Good.
See how that plays.
Good.
51. All right, mate. I'm taking Honeycreeper. I think gun run last start. I don't know. It's that the horses that went to Newcastle and raced over the 1850. That's obviously a setback. They're meant to run over 2,000 metres. Honeycreeper's gone over the 2,000 metres. Run awesome in that Adrian Knox, where Huey Bowman just gave it the most peachiest ride you've ever seen. So, yeah, I'm happy to steer that way. I know I don't usually take them on the week back up, but it was a brilliant run and brilliant ride and handles the condition. So, happy to be with Honeycreeper.
BJ, you like her?
Yeah, I think she's one of the better bets of the day, Honeycreeper. I'm with her as well. Blinkers went on last start. Stable did it with Collette. They won the Adrian Knox, and then a week later they won the Australian Oaks. I thought she was outstanding the other day. Blinkers on for the first time. She actually had the 4th best last 200 metres of the meeting, and that was her best work of the race. I think you're exactly right there. That 2,000 metre run puts her in good stead for this, and the other horses going back to 1850, that Vinery Stud Stakes, I think that's against them because they've got to go 1850 to 2,400 metres now. So, pretty keen. I think she'll win.
The boys with Honeycreeper. I'm like an Hinged. I'm going to stick with Hinged. Honeycreeper. Was that originally down in Melbourne? No.
She had a couple of runs in Melbourne before she went to the.
It got on the Spirit of Tasmania.
Shot over.
Oh, Mystic Journey, do you want to head down to Tassie for a weekend? I might have a run in the Tassie Cup.
Might be a blessing in disguise as well because she was in the Vinery and they scratched her and ran her in Adrian Knox.
I think definitely. I don't know. Even the smallest setbacks, and I know it's only 150 metres, but small things like that can really tell in these grand finals. So,
and that was a soft 7 too. So, like, they didn't have the real heavy track run, and it went back to 1850. So, a couple of things there.
Very good. Let's move on. Race 7, the Sydney Cup. Group 1, 3,200 metres, $2 million in prize money. Stockman is our current favourite at $5.50. Crystal Pegasus at $7. Chalk Stream $9.50. Knight's Order, Luncies 10, 11, 13. They go on. It's a big old field with a lot of horses coming from all different directions. BJ, do you want to kick us off with this one?
Yeah, absolute lottery, this one.
Yeah, okay. Dart job.
Yeah, dart job. No, I've got to find the race.
Can I say something while you're looking for it?
Go on. Yeah.
If I had a stayer that was in the 20th to 50th best stayers, like say the best 1 to 20 go to the Melbourne Cup, and you had the 20th to 50th best stayers. Geez, this is a good race to race for $2 million.
$2 million.
I know.
This is not A grade.
It's not A grade. No, I think I've got a couple of futures tickets in this race as well. I've got one on No Compromise and one on Luncies. I'm going to go. I'll go with Luncies. I think that the stable's always had this race in mind for him. Draws fine. He's had that 2,600 meter run under his belt. He hit the line really nicely. I'll go with him in a race with plenty of chances. I know Kieran Ma thinks Labau is the best wet tracker in his stable, so he's 40-1. So I'd be putting him in any multiples that you take, maybe even the quaddie. And another one, I think Shiraz is ready to peak as well. Chris Waller won this race last year with an outsider who just absolutely peaked on the day, and Shiraz is that horse for him this year, I reckon.
Look, I could tell you a story about when I won a Sydney Cup.
Okay. For anyone that's listened to this podcast for more than 12 months.
Every April, I tell the same story. Did you say long price winner the other year of Chris Waller's, Blake? Oh, yeah, we won it with Graham Marshall.
Yeah, Marshall.
Yeah.
How long ago was that? 10 years ago?
Hey. I still say recently before I tell the story.
You won a Sydney Cup. No one believes it.
No, I found a ticket to go to the races with the owner. It was a good time. Great classic hits. But for me, I've got Stockman on top. It runs second at Duais. It's only got to go 800 meters further. I don't know that there's a lot of there's a lot of horses in this field that you're sort of scared of. If you pick your horse out that you like, looking down the field, it's easy to find a knock on a lot of them here.
Yeah.
It was a brilliant run last start. Loves the wet track. The only thing I'll probably save on the Chosen One, because it's sort of been there, done that. It's the older horse, it's run some big races against some very good horses. But yeah, for me, I'm probably bet on potential here and go Stockman to win this Sydney Cup.
Yeah, I'm with you. Alicia Collette on board. Who was on it before?
Sam Clipperton. Can't ride the weight, I'd suggest.
Or did he cop a suspension?
I'm not sure. Why?
Everything in this.
I think he might have copped a suspension in the slipper.
Everything in the Sydney Cup gets 50 kilos or plus one, don't they? I've never seen that before in my life.
Yeah, that's crazy, eh?
Second top weight has 51 and a half. What a soup.
Yeah, incorrect, Sam.
Oh, God, incorrect again. Where is he? Is he riding today? Oh,
he's got 6 rides on Saturday.
Do you know Sam Clipperton
after this race, though? I think his suspension finishes in the 7th.
Okay, well, that's not why he's not riding it.
Oh, okay.
He was born and bred in...
At least I'm having a go over here.
He's the only jockey in this race bred in Australia.
Alicia Collette, isn't it? Let's get straight into it. The big race for the day. Race 8, 2,000 metres, the Group 1, Queen Elizabeth Stakes. $3.9 million in prize money. Very Elleegant with Boom Bet. $3.15 I've got as the best price right now. Animo at $5, Zaki at $5, Duais at $6.60, Montefillia at $8.50. I'm Thunderstruck 15s. Think It Over at $41. Dalasan, Mount Popper to round out the field. Where do we start? This is a big old race.
This is the best race I've ever seen. This is as good as any Cox Plate you'll ever see.
It's a good race.
This is a very good race.
If this doesn't get you excited about racing, then I don't know.
I think it's the most evenly matched group of top notches I've ever seen as well.
Yeah, with a bit of weather thrown in to just really stir it all up.
I think there's legitimately 5 winning chances.
All things I don't want to hear. It's my biggest multi ever.
Well, I think there's 5 winning chances.
Okay, go through.
Yeah, well, you roll through first, Blake, and I'll.
You go through. You
roll through them, and I'll comment on them.
No. We don't have to go through them all, but
just the 5.
Zaki can win.
Isn't it too heavy for Zaki?
Zaki, Verry Elleegant, Duais, Montefillia, and Animo. Yes, I agree. It probably is too heavy for him, but he's never been tested, so we can't put a line through him.
And what if you were taking a superfecta? Who would be the 6?
6 would be Iron Thunderstruck.
Woodhead's looking for a saver to cover his multi.
Yeah, what do
there's
we do?
5 chances.
I don't have to say much. It's not a big bet. Just a big return.
Yeah, you can run a gorilla and a monkey.
What do you? Okay, so who? If out of your 5 chances,
Montefillia.
You've got Montefillia on top.
Yeah, I think there's nothing between them. And I think she beat Verry Elleegant fair and square the other day. She was pulling away from her on the line. She was only second up. She had a setback prior to that. She was actually going to go to the Sydney Cup, but because she had that setback, they target this race now. She peaked third up last preparation in the Metrop, Bowman Road. She's third up here. She'll be hard to beat.
I'm very critical on David Payne's Montefillia, but yeah, I do like the horse. But mate, for me, Verry Elleegant here. She will turn the tables. I have no doubt. I definitely will be saving on Montefillia, but yeah, for me, it's Verry Elleegant on top, and I'll be having something on the Quinella with Montefillia.
Animo, no chance, or we're not.
Well, he's got a great chance,
but neither of you are liking it. Second in the market.
Oh, there's five winning chances.
I found it's just hard to line up. And the way I took it was that Verry Elleegant, if it didn't have outside lane aboard in the Cox Plate, it would have beat it in the Cox Plate. So that's sort of how I tried to line them up.
I think Animo can measure up, no doubt, but he does need to go to a different level again, even though he won that Rosehill Guineas by 7 weeks.
7 weeks, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, beating Converge. You'd only got beat 30 lengths in the Donny.
Okay, that's it. Anything else to say about this race?
UAS, mate. It could be the next week's.
If it was a dry track, I'd be with Zaki. I do think Zaki.
Could you? What would be out there if Zaki was the one to do me in this bet?
If Zaki does you in this bet, I'd said it today to someone. If it wins this race, I won't pump for the next 6 months.
Soft 6 or better, he'd be on top for me. I do think that he's the best horse in the country.
But what kills me is it's coming out of that All-Star Mile. The first 3 across the line in the Donny were out of the All-Star Mile. And what, if it's going to come out and spoil my favourite horse's race? No, this is not happening. I won't let it.
Annabelle, she avoided that wet track earlier in the preparation to go down to Melbourne and find a better surface. But he has handled up to a soft 6. But like we're just speculating that he's not going to handle it to his best.
No, I hope.
If it wins, I'll be the guy crying in the stands at Randwick.
It's his first.
It would be my luck.
It's actually the first time Zaki and Verry Elleegant
knocked me out of this multi.
So
it'll be interesting to see.
Yeah, I wish they.
My favourite horse versus my least favourite.
I wish it was a little bit even, like soft 6. Like I think that would be the track.
Your hero versus your arch nemesis.
Yeah, the anti-Zaki club.
The Cox Plate's going to be a cracker this year, by the way. If all these horses are here, plus a horse like
the day was in this
Totsu.
field, far out. The Totsu, yep. It's going to be some race.
Uh-huh.
Can we just concentrate on the Queen Elizabeth, though?
Yeah, let's just get through this one. I'm very nervous.
Who are you tipping, Woodhead?
Verry Elleegant.
I need this.
I need this. I've spent the money.
Yeah.
I've had the ticket for that long. I spent the money.
I hope she wins.
Twice over.
Yeah, I bought a $1,000 beer.
And it's not a big bet, everyone listening. It's not a big bet. It's just it'll be just a nice little fill up if it gets up. So let's head to the last of the feature races, race 9, 1600 metre Queen of the Turf Stakes. Sydney's Queen of the Turf Stakes, I think is the official name. Collette, $4.05 with Boombet is our current favourite. We're seeing Ice Bar creep in, $5.50. Yonce at $7.10. Fangirl, Promise of Success, Lighthouse, the rest all double figure odds. Nimmerly sneaks in there. This is a big race. I think the market's got it right. I like Collette on top.
I agree, Sam.
Paddy?
Not for me, mate. I am going to let Kieran and David Useless back into my life.
Oh, your favourite stable. You're going with Yonce.
Which one? Well, the Lighthouse is theirs too.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm going with Yonce.
you're going Yonce for sure.
Going with Yonce, mate.
Yonce.
You know how much I love it when they're on a roll.
You're back in.
It's a good time to jump on. 6 from 6.
Oh, mate, I've been on the whole time. It was the only winner I tipped the other week, slip a day, when I paid $1.10.
Oh, yeah, that's right. One of the earlier races, wasn't it?
Yeah. I think it paid $1.10 with deductions.
Yeah, there was a few scratchings.
No, even more. I think I put $1 on, I only got $1 back.
Makes sense. Okay, so you're with Yonce. Any particular reason, or you just...
I just think it's on fire, mate. When a horse on a roll like this,
I think
it's
it
on the
is.
way up. It is, definitely. And, yeah, it's tough. I know last start it probably wasn't overly impressive at the $1.10, but it was out at 2,000 metres and back to 1,600 metres here. The only thing it's got to do is handle the heavy track, and, we're laughing. So, yeah, I'm with Yonce.
BJ, why can Collette win the Queen of the Turf?
Well, she's just well suited at the weights under the set weights conditions of the race. She has the highest benchmark rating. Like a horse like Yonce has got a 92 benchmark rating. They carry the same weight. So in under handicap conditions, Collette would be giving her 10 kilos. So she's well suited. She loves it wet. She's a big race mare, and she wouldn't be out of place in the Queen Elizabeth.
I agree. Everything you said, I agree with. That's easy, wouldn't it?
You should if your all up gets up with Verry Elleegant, you should follow it into Collette then.
Yeah, you should. That's a good idea.
I'll plop it all on.
Yonce. But obviously, if Yonce gets beat, then Mar and Useless will be barred again.
They only got back into Pat's Good Books for a week.
They're back. Hopefully they can stay there.
Very simple new segment. We're going to lob some horses we like at BJ each week. He'll predict whether they're going to firm or blow, essentially telling us if the price is right, when to back them. We had a good little intro there, but we should have got that, the thing from Price is Right. Remember that alpaca that used to go up the...
Yeah, I do.
Yodel.
You're the producer.
And then it would tip off the edge. For anyone that doesn't know what we're talking about, it makes sense. It's
Great show too.
Very funny.
If you can ever find some reruns of Price is Right, Larry Ember. Best.
Okay, we're going to do just a couple of horses. I'm going to start straight off with Verry Elleegant, currently $3.05. If you are backing her from here into the weekend,
yeah, $3.15 available with Doomben. I think she gets out in the market. There's just too many places to turn. She's a good wet tracker. She has the highest rating in the race in that Melbourne Cup. But is she going as well this time in? I think the market will be against her on the day. I think there's
substantially
plenty of places for people to turn. I have a marked about $3.50. I think she's deserved favourite, but
well, hit me with one here, Blake. I've had a decent bet on a horse on the weekend, and I want to know if I've got overs or unders.
Okay.
Paris Dior in the Percy Sykes.
Okay, race 4.
You don't like anything in that race, do you?
I do, actually.
You could. Of all races.
He likes... Do you hate anything in that race?
I do, actually. I do.
What could it be?
I think this is the lay of the day. I think if it doesn't start with a 3 in front of its name, I'll absolutely give up. She doesn't have a rating. She doesn't have a rating that's good enough to win the race.
Paris Dior.
She tackles 1,200 metres for the first time. I think she's about 80 days between runs. Never been on a heavy track. She peaked on her effort over 1,100 metres last start. So she had a big decline in that last 200 metres. And that English race, the format of that race is pus. So I think she is the best lay of the day.
How big was the bet?
Big bet.
Why are you all over?
She's trolling well. Her trolls are good. Very good.
Her trolls have been outstanding.
Her trolls are good, but
that's what they say. Good
the pros just pen trolls. Disregard.
What's the deal? Do we know the owners or?
Hildo's uncle owns it.
I know Hildo's already been
50%.
Oh, really?
And his mate owns the other 50%. So I'm going with him on the weekend.
Oh, Jesus.
Hopefully, get the fun in before the 4th.
You know what? If this thing wins,
I'm not
we'll
saying
be that happy. Your name will be mud to us.
I'm not saying she can't win. She can win.
Oh, really? You're not saying that?
Sounded like
I wouldn't be getting involved. She'd have to be 4-1 for me to get involved.
$5.
No, 4.
No, that's 5.
Oh, 4. Sorry. What
Well, I didn't get $5 about it. I took $3.50.
It's a lot better than the $2.40 available, but I think you'll get $3.50 on the day. I think the pros will be against her.
Paddy, you like this horse 2 weeks back, the Queenslander Gypsy Goddess.
Yeah, Gypsy Goddess is an interesting one. I think the market will be really against her as well. I'd suggest that she will be the one out of the top 3 in the market to sort of drop out. She could start with a 6 in front of her name. The fact that she's never really seen a really heavy surface. She has run 2100 in the past. She was okay the other day. The market liked her. That was on a better track. I think that was run on the Saturday. She would have kept blowing in the market. So I expect her to get out of touch in the market.
So if you are looking at those 3, Hinged, Gypsy Goddess, and Honeycreeper,
I think Honeycreeper will start a firm favourite.
Yeah, right. And you are liking Gypsy Goddess. BJ saying, wait, take the price closer to death and
Best of the best.
best of the best.
Take
With
best of the best.
Does every bookie offer that?
No, a few do though. That's a good product. It's top fluck or best of the 3 totes. So I would suggest that if you are not price sensitive, that is the product to take, because only about 15% of horses from opening prices firm in the market.
That's massive.
And everybody takes fixed odds. We take fixed odds because we can bet the market.
We're in the market. Pat, did you take fixed odds with Paris Dior?
I fixed that thing as part of the 15% that'll firm. But I fixed it on Wednesday and it firmed up straight away. Probably because
that was your bet.
Probably because of my bet.
That was your one bet.
The only bit I had actually, and I multied it up with had a decent bet on it, multied it up with Way to the Stars today. But it was abandoned at mile. Spewing. I just want to. Do I still get that part of the portion of the bet on the second leg?
Yeah, you do. Yeah. Whatever
I
the
hope
bet
so.
cost you, yeah.
It was moved over.
Yeah.
Sweet. Well, that's good then.
Tell you what, that whole
your
whole
bet
bet
actually won today.
Yeah, but it paid nothing.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay.
Sweet.
Yeah. Okay. I've got 2 more for you, BJ. Mazu.
Yeah, Mazu. I actually think he's going to get out in the market too. I think he's a very good horse, and there is more to come. But his ratings are suggesting that he's already peaked this preparation from that first up run, which was outstanding. He's sort of regressed in his next 2. I think he would have went very close to winning that Galaxy, but I think he's not going to get out too much, but I wouldn't be taking the current price. I think he gets out closer to about $5. Not $5, $5. Sorry.
All these, we're waiting on all of these.
Stockman's about the right price.
So probably take that now.
Because
Paddy and I do like Stockman.
I think he's the right price. He has ratings to win the race. He's going to run 3,200 meters. The only knock on him would be he's a real heavy track horse, but Joe Pride wanted to run him 3 weeks in a row into this Sydney Cup. So I'm not sure if he's half missed a run because he didn't run him last week because that 2 weeks ago got put back to the Monday. So he was going to go 5 days and then 7 days. So Joe didn't want to put that really heavy track run into him.
Okay.
So that's the only thing. I think about I think that's going to be about $5 the field, and I think he will start favourite. So I wouldn't be rushing in to take the price, but
well, if what you said earlier is true, I might be chasing by then.
Well, if it wins, you'll have to clip up that segment and post it next week. Paris Dior.
If it wins, you mightn't see me.
I'll have egg on my face.
You might just, what is it, Thursday? Yeah, I might be back.
You're recovering. So what you've just hooked yourself onto another couple of owners to take you to the races, have you?
Got to find the winners and hope
You don't have to find the winners, you find the owners.
Yeah.
What suite have they got you in this week out there at Randwick?
I'm not too sure, but if there's not one, it'll be pretty disappointing.
Oh, make sure you let them know too.
Hopefully they're listening to this show. I haven't asked. Hopefully I'll be in a box, but we'll wait and see.
Hopefully Hildo doesn't listen and uninvite you.
I'm getting the tickets off Hildo. He'll usually come good. Actually, he's never let me down, but I've got a backup.
What do you do? Hildo gives you these tickets all the time. What do you do, like apart from unconditional friendship? What do you do back to Hildo to say thanks for getting us all, give me all the tickets?
Show him a bloody good time. I show him a very good time. And do you know what? Like I did the other night, I invited him to that golf dinner. See, when I have the opportunity to get him out with us,
I don't remember him playing golf though.
No, Hildo's not a big golfer.
He just turned up for the dinner.
He just came for a skewy.
Just turned up for the dinner.
Just turned up for a skewy and a steak. And to buy half a box in the raffle.
Yeah, he'll have been sitting down for about 5 minutes and put a couple of grand on a halves in a box. We shouldn't have been on that table. We were far too drunk to be on the table with the CEO of Parramatta, the chairman, Reed Marnie.
Oh, well, we bought the box.
You bought it. Yeah, you bought
Thanks,
it.
Hildo.
Thanks. $100 strategies each week. We each get $100 thanks to members only. We try and find you guys a couple of winners. BJ, you are $1,050 ahead. Paddy, you are 645. Was that right in the end? Because I had
43.
What is that?
640 something.
It's like you squashed ants on your page. After posting the only win last week, Paddy, let's. Who wants to start?
I'll kick off.
You want to kick off?
Yeah. So for me, first bet will be $40 a win on Verry Elleegant.
Mm-hmm.
$10 on the Quinella Verry Elleegant Montefillia. Mm-hmm. And then a $50 all up Paris Dior into Honeycreeper.
$50 all up. Yeah, nice.
Paris into Honeycreeper.
Paris Dior. Yep.
Okay.
Honeycreeper.
I'll go really quickly.
Okay.
I'm going to avoid Sydney. I'm heading to Doomben. I've got two up here. Race 2, number 9, Night Mariner. Lightly race 5 rod. Very promising. Doesn't mind it a touch soft, which I think we'll see with a little bit of rain coming in tonight, possibly. We had a touch today, so I don't know if they got it up in Brizzy. So I think it's going to be the soft side of good. Didn't get run of the race last start at Doomben. Finished 2 lengths off slow hands. Meets him again here, 52.5 kilos. So I think about 4.5 kilo weight swing. Much better draw. Going to get the run of the race. That should be about $2.50. And I've gone race 7, number 9, Go Wandji. So this is...
I know this horse.
This is one of Queensland's most promising horses. This is a very, very good horse. I think it's had 8 starts for 6 wins, 2 placings. You know this because of its turn of foot. That last start at Toowoomba where it absolutely pummeled them.
Good form at Toowoomba.
Toowoomba form's important to know.
Yeah.
But we've actually been on or around him in members only Brisbane preview.
Do you think we'll see this horse in the championships next year?
I'd say so. Yeah, I'd say so. I'd say without a doubt.
Yeah.
Well, is it what's it run over?
Just ground.
I know, but how
Grass.
much distance?
Toowoomba. I think it's grass in Toowoomba.
Do they have the distance up there, or they don't do the distances?
Let's
They
have
just
mile
in a
markers.
race. Just race 3, and then they
Mile
just
and a
run.
half, mile and a quarter. Furlong.
It's 1,200 meters, race 7. Is that
Could
right?
this horse make an Everest?
Possibly.
Well, it has won 3 on the trot. It's won 6 from 8.
It's
Never
a
been
very
out of
good
the
horse.
place.
I love when they start putting them together.
You know what the danger in this race is? And you know how calm as a bitch. Aidensfield's looking good in this race too.
If Aidenfield beats it, it will never go to an Everest, ever. ever.
Anyway, that's my double. I think you should get about $6.
I might take that.
$7.
Where do we get-
$7.25.
Where does he get to from barrier 14? It's a bit awkward.
Goes back anyway.
Out the
doesn't it?
back.
No, I think he's going to come in because there's going to be a heap of scratchings in this race.
Okay, there's probably a few emergencies.
There's about
There is
28
few
horses in
emergencies.
this. Yeah, there's eight emergencies, I think.
Yeah,
What price is it?
$290.
That's a good price for a horse that's won 6 from 8.
Yep, that's a good horse. Trust me, it's a good
Okay,
horse.
well, I'm putting him in the multi. My strategy. Okay, $100. $42 on Never Talk Provincial Championships final. I think that's race 3.
I've got a mate with a horse in that race, actually.
Oh, yeah.
They said if it's wet, it should run well. I said, how much wetter do you need it?
What horse is it?
Torfeek Lass, is it?
Oh, yeah.
Chris
Lee's.
I think that's one of Chris Lee's. Chris Lee's has basically got the whole field, but this is one of Chris Lee's as well. So race 3, number 2, Never Talk. I think that she is clearly the best horse in the race.
Case of beer.
Case of beer for you. She was back as if unbeatable in that provincial championships qualifier. J-Mac was on her that day. D. Oliver takes over the reins here just because J-Mac was booked a month ago to ride Kim Waugh's horse. Great news. Her turn of foot was explosive. She had the best last 200 metres of the day. J-Mac eased her down on the line. She put a gap in him. The third horse came out and won the wild card the other day. I just think she's too good for them. She's going to need a little bit of luck from barrier 2, but if she gets it, she'll be a mile too good for them. Rustic Steel's would have been the danger on the dry surface, but he won his maiden on debut on a heavy surface. But unknown that he's a real wet tracker, and she is a real wet tracker. That was on the soft 5 the other day, but she'll be even more explosive on a wet surface. And then we're going to go to the 4th race. I'm going to be having $23 on number 3, Paris Dior, right down the bottom. Willinga Beast, another one of Chris Lee's. Members only actually took $13 about this horse on Tuesday when the fields come out. No deductions. I think she starts shorter than $8. I think she is a star. Canterbury on debut. That was on a heavy surf. She had the best last 400 metres of the day. Bowman eased her down on the line. Bowman probably can't ride 54, so that's why Abdullah takes over. She'll get back from barrier 13, but she is definitely black type in the future, if not on Saturday. But I think she's going to start shorter in the market. Then we're going to go to the Oaks. I'm going to have $35 to win on Honeycreeper for all the reasons I said before. I think she'll be very hard to beat in the Oaks.
Oh, carrying plenty of strategy money, Honeycreeper.
Yes.
The hopes of the podcast audience.
Won't be carrying it after your horse gets beat in the 4th race.
Paris Dior.
That's
If
negative.
you forgot its name.
God, that's negative. I would never say something negative to you like that.
He hates that horse.
Sorry, mate. No, I don't. Bill Hilton was my first boss, so good luck, Bill.
Was it?
Good luck, Bill. Thanks for employing me.
Thanks for all
20
those years
ago.
at the pub.
Good luck, Bill. Hope your horse gets beat. And starts overs. What price?
Obviously, each week we go to one of our members only to give us their $100 strategy for the week. We have Jack Kessel. Jack, are you on the line?
Bring.
Okay, Jack, you there? Jack.
Yeah, hang on. He's just answering.
I wake up with a leg up podcast.
He's answering.
Hey, Pat, Sam, and Blakey. Guys, just wanted to say you guys are top blokes and love the show. Been listening for a long time.
Love you, Jack.
It's amazing, and I won't stop listening. But
Legend.
$100 this week to keep things simple with 3 bets. 25 to win in the Sapphire Stakes for Tricky Girl from Matt Smith's stable, kept fresh. And inside info tells me that she will be flying fresh in the wet. The next 25 goes to the Informed Gelding from the Snowden camp in Mazu. And my last 50, don't hate me, guys, but I will, inside info from the David Payne stable tells me that Montefillia is flying and will love the wet grass and control the race. So my last 50 will go on her to win the Queen Elizabeth Stakes. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Jack. Go.
I cut him off there.
Montefillia.
I cut him off at the end, man.
Thanks, Jack. It's me, David Payne from the stable. Is that South African?
That was actually, keep going.
How's the Cabernet?
From where?
From South Africa.
What
What are you talking about?
He's a big wine connoisseur, David Payne.
Oh, okay.
Yes, he is.
You've got inside info like Jack.
I haven't read his hobbies.
It's Pat.
It's just
I
it's
know
me,
that.
Blake.
Oh, he went, Pat, Blake, you sold him. He thought you were on the line.
I knew it wasn't him when he didn't know what I was talking about when I mentioned the Cabernet.
That's what gave away.
Got me.
That's what gave away.
Or
Although
got
in saying that, you drink enough red wine, brilliant method actor. I loved everything about Jack.
I thought
except
Jack was
the
outstanding.
last bet. But he was an absolute legend. So
Stable mail too. Love it.
inside info. I hope he's in inside
760 available with Boom Bet for Montefillia,
Okay.
if those out there are inclined.
Good luck, Jack, except for your last bet, obviously. Place bet on Montefillia. That would be a great bet as well. No other analyst has his eyes dialed in like the man next to me. Each week he'll be finding us one or two from the bush to whack into the black book. Kick us off, BJ. Who is the first to enter the Blake book?
Yeah, randomly put this horse in your black book or your Blake book.
Blake book, yeah.
We're going to Melbourne. 2-year-old.
What?
We are going to Melbourne. We are going
Is
to
Mexico
Melbourne.
the bush?
This is a 2-year-old. The mare, he's out of a mare by the name of Holy Cow, and she actually went really well. She was a bit of a nut job, but she went well. This horse was trained by Philip Stokes. On debut at Cranbourne, I thought he was outstanding. He was very green, got back from a wide draw. He broke standard time for the last 600 metres by 3.5 lengths. He was green. He was held up. Made a long sustained run. Best last 200 metres of the day. That was his best work on the line. That was over 1,000 metres. This was on Friday night. I reckon the stable go to 1,100. He was 550 out to 750 and back into 650 on debut. So I think wherever he runs, outside of if they go to a metropolitan race, he's probably, I wouldn't say that he wouldn't win a metropolitan race, but if they find a provincial race for this horse, I think he will be winning at his next start.
What was its name again? It's a lot of talking
Its
going on.
name is Plus Fours. I actually don't think I said
Plus
that. So
Fours.
Plus
That's right, yeah.
Fours.
All I could think of was Holy Cow when you said that.
Holy Cow's the mare.
What a great name, Holy Cow. Plus four.
Plus fours goes in to the Blake book.
Yeah,
Our
so
first
we'll follow
entry.
these horses and we'll hopefully be able to let you know when they're in.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Have a bit of
Plus
potty
fours.
money on them.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
So we keep it tally. I know it's not next start win.
No,
But
mate.
no
It's
tally,
in the
no
book.
tally, but just they're in the book. We'll let you know when they're in.
Yeah, if we
they're-
come up, you know
They're the
what?
ones.
We need a good, reliable Black Book service. Hopefully next month. You know.
Yeah, we will. We'll put it. This will be part of the app, actually.
Yeah, you'll be able to follow the Blake
Yeah,
book
the Blake book. Yeah, we will.
on the app.
We'll talk to Tom about that.
We've got more work for Tom. If Tom listens to this, which he doesn't,
Yeah.
he'll be like, all right, and that's it for us, boys. Have a great weekend out at the races, Paddy. Don't misbehave.
Don't call me Sunday.
Don't call me misbehave. Thank you, BJ. Thanks for your new segments. Very, very good show. And appreciate all the downloads. The potty is absolutely... it was a good week last week. I reckon we get the numbers out there. So keep telling your mates, get them on board, and we'll do another big giveaway next week.
Thanks, fellas. Good luck.
Cheers,
and
boys.
Good punting.
Hooroo, punters.